right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into your Valley News Now digital update. I'm Devin Fry, bringing you the very latest that we have in the Valley News Live newsroom today and beyond. We're going to start with weather right away. As you can see at the bottom of our screen right here, 52 degrees out. That's 2 more than what we had at the same time yesterday. But let's enjoy it while we can. We have some weather systems coming through. We're going to hear from the experts on that here in just a second. But let's take a look outside right now. I believe this is our Red River Valley Fairgrounds sky cam. You can see off in the distance there are those clouds that we're looking at, but overall a pretty decent day. I haven't had very many complaints. I like the little bit of a wind plus the sun. You get a good mix there, and I don't overheat, which, believe it or not, I don't know if you can tell this by looking at me, I do very easily. Enough about whether or not I get warm easily. Let's go to our First Alert Storm team right now. Meteorologist Summer Schnellbach joining us to tell us the very latest on what we can expect for this incoming First Alert weather day. Summer, go ahead and take it away.
I'm meteorologist Summer Schnellbach. Got smarter today, standing in the shade to record this update because it's another very bright, sunny day. I don't want to be squinting to look at you guys. Now, today has been a nice day. Temperatures are in the 40s here in Fargo this afternoon, near 50 degrees. Further south, well ahead of a cold front that's in the Northern Valley, temperatures are in the 50s and 60s. But Northern Valley, very different story. A cold front has been gradually moving through. This morning there was some wintry mix. Temperatures have been falling. So Northern Valley is in the 20s this afternoon. So very strong temperature gradient across the region due to this cold front. Now that same front is going to be dropping southward later tonight, and that's why we've got a First Alert weather day. That front is going to bring some more showers, and with temperatures falling, we're looking at some areas of rain, some areas of freezing rain and wintry mix, and then by tomorrow morning along the North Dakota-South Dakota border, chance for some light snow. Still not expecting a lot of snowfall accumulation, if any, but some light icing will make things slick for that morning commute, and that icing potential is starting to look more concentrated in southeastern North Dakota and the southern Red River Valley. So a bit of a change from what we were seeing the other day, but we're keeping that first alert for you because it could be icy on your way to work or sending the kids to school tomorrow. Temperatures also going to be a lot colder across the board, 20s and 30s, with a wind down to the north gusting 30 to 40 miles per hour. So it's going to feel like winter, heads up, for your Thursday. Not a lot warmer for Friday, but a little less wind. Temperatures will be in the 30s. Near 50 for Saturday, 50s and low 60s for Sunday. Next week, early April, does still look to be a bit more unsettled. We've got your full forecast coming up tonight on Valley News Live.
Thank you very much, Summer, for that report. A lot to take in there. We have a lot coming in over the next few days. Make sure to have your First Alert weather app handy. Now, with just how different the weather systems are across our state, I wanted to go ahead and pull up the road maps here. As you can see, thankfully, all green right now. We're in great shape. We're not going to dive too deeply into these like we have in the past in these shows. We're just going to keep it moving here, but wanted to show you guys that while the temperature swing may be pretty severe up north, the road conditions have thankfully not seemed to follow suit. So good news there. Let's get into some of our headlines today here in the Valley News Live newsroom. Obviously quite a lot to get to. We have an update on something that we had breaking this morning. A home is now a total loss after a barricade situation and fire in Benson County. Officers were called to a home Tuesday afternoon after reports of a man causing a disturbance. When they arrived, they found a fire burning in the front yard and the man barricaded inside the home, which also had smoke coming from it. During the standoff, 2 victims fled to Devil's Lake and told police that they had been assaulted by the man who was inside the house. The man was eventually detained and taken to Altru Health for medical attention. The home was deemed a total loss. The incident remains under investigation. Names are being withheld at this time. Be sure to stay tuned here to Valley News Live as we continue to learn more about this. We'll go ahead and bring you those updates as they become available. Another federal charge filed today against someone from Fargo. Well, they were arrested in Arizona. It's a complicated thing. We'll go ahead and get to it right now. A Fargo woman is facing federal charges after prosecutors say she stole more than $1 million from her employer over 6 years. Cherry Sager, a former accountant at ASA Property Management, was arrested in Arizona earlier this month. Prosecutors say she misappropriated more than $1 million between 2018 and 2024. It's a little bit over over $1.85 million, actually, using ATM withdrawals, unauthorized checks to herself, her husband, and companies she controlled, and also altering QuickBooks records to help cover her tracks. She was caught in late 2024 when an owner discovered cash withdrawals from a payroll tax escrow account. When confronted about this, Sager said she used the wrong card. She was fired in December and faces 4 federal counts, including bank fraud. Her arraignment at Cass County at the federal courthouse here in Fargo is set for April 2nd. Another court filing today, this one from Clay County. A 58-year-old Moorhead man is in custody after prosecutors say he sexually assaulted a 15-year-old girl. Christopher D'Angelo made his initial appearance Wednesday on one felony count of third-degree criminal sexual conduct. According to a criminal complaint, the victim said she met D'Angelo outside of a liquor store in Fargo in late November and asked to stay at his home. Prosecutors say the assault occurred over multiple days. Surveillance video from downtown Fargo corroborated the victim's account. When investigators showed D'Angelo a photo of the victim, he acknowledged having sex with her, but claimed it was consensual. If convicted, he faces up to 15 years in prison. An omnibus hearing is scheduled for April 16th. An update to a story that we had for you yesterday, Anna Ballweber's story from yesterday. North Dakota State University is responding after students reported catching mice in their dorm rooms. I believe we have some video from this as well. If not, I'm going to find it really fast. But yeah, it was some pretty alarming video and some really good interviews from this story that Anna did yesterday. But North Dakota State filing a response. Students in Johnson and Reed halls told Valley News Live the problems made them feel unsafe and that their living conditions are unsanitary. Here we go. Here's that video I was looking for. Let's go ahead and pull this up. You could see this from a student's Snapchat account, a pile of mice, saying they caught 9 in one day. There's one right under their bed. I believe the tens of mice being caught, I believe up to 20 in some occasions. So that's what the students claim anyway. The university says it's committed to addressing student concerns promptly and has sent an email to residents asking them to take out trash regularly and store food in sealed containers. Custodial staff is also checking first floor Johnson rooms for possible entry points. Students are encouraged to notify their residence hall director if they spot a problem. Minnesota wants to host the 2028 NFL Draft. Minnesota Sports and Events announced today that it submitted an official bid partnering with US Bank Stadium and the Minnesota Vikings. Organizers are envisioning a truly regional event. They want activities to extend beyond downtown Minneapolis, with US Bank Stadium being kind of the host event. Detroit's 2024 draft drew more than 750,000 fans, generated an estimated $213 million economic impact. Green Bay's 2025 event also topped over 600,000 attendees. The NFL has not announced a timeline for its decision on its 2028 host city. We do know it's in Pittsburgh this year, and I believe in DC next year. So might have to make a trip to the cities to go watch the NFL draft in 2028. Be kind of fun. We have we're going to do things a little bit differently today. Get a little bit crazy here. We have 2 different reporter stories to kind of close out this digital update with. We're going to start with what Courtney Lockey has been working on today. A corn spill near train tracks in rural Minnesota has turned into a deadly situation for some local wildlife. Courtney Lockey is on the ground with that story right now from Pennington County.
Courtney Lockey here. I'm just north of Thief River Falls along Highway 59. These railroad tracks have become an issue for wildlife after a corn spill at the start of the month. People tell me the corn spill spans 80 miles all the way to the Canadian border. Deer are coming up on the tracks to eat it and are being killed in large numbers. Steve Porter, who runs a farm in the area, documented what he saw online.
What do you think, guys? Railroad car opens up. Dead deer for miles and miles and miles.
We reached out to the DNR but haven't heard back. They told another media outlet they are aware of the incident, and unfortunately this happens often. The big question for hunters, how will this impact the fall season? The DNR was unable to give an estimate on how many deer have been killed. In Thief River Falls, Courtney Lockey, Valley News Live.
Thank you for that, Courtney. Now let's go ahead and return a little bit closer to home. Anna Ballweber in town talking to a local tattoo shop about a growing trend of facial tattoos, a tattoo of freckles on their faces. Anna Ballweber joins us now with what she learned out and about today as this to talk about this, we'll call it an interesting trend.
Anna with Valley News Live here. I'm standing outside of a West Fargo tattoo shop, hearing from artists about a recent ink trend. Many people in the area have started getting freckles tattooed on their face. This beauty trend has blown up on social media with over 131 million views on platforms like TikTok. It involves tiny tattooing scattered on the nose and cheeks to look like natural freckles. Local artists say for this procedure, they treat it as any other face tattoo. If a customer doesn't have any other ink, tattooing the face, even freckles, raises questions before hitting skin.
A lot of times you don't tattoo somebody's face unless they already have had quite a few tattoos, have gotten used to, I guess, the extra attention, the questions, the looks. I mean, obviously it's on your face. There's not a lot of hiding it.
He recommends having a lengthy consult with artists before committing to this procedure. Reporting in Fargo, Anna Ballweber, Valley News Live.
And we can hear more from both Courtney and Anna as their stories coming up tonight at 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10 here on Valley News Live. Be sure to stay tuned. Valley News Live at 4, set to start in about 6 minutes here. Duke Schindler hosting that one on the desk as usual. Make sure to have our news and weather apps handy. If you don't want to wait for 4, 5, 6, 9, or 10, we have your information exactly where you're going to get most things for the day right here. Right on your phone. Be sure to stay tuned. We're going to have you covered. That's going to do it for us today. Thank you all for tuning in. But for now, for your Valley News Now digital update, I'm Devin Fry.